Okay, welcome back everyone, Zaf here to an updated Battlefield time guide for ESIL. Very strange because we're using ESIL to beat ESIL. I know, weird times we live in, but let's jump in and cover the best team composition, and I'll talk about using other hunters like CHOI, other hunters like SOOHYUN for this run. But anyways, let's jump in and I'll show you exactly what you need to do to get a time like the one you see here. So first off, I do want to mention I did try using CHOI and SOOHYUN for this run, and honestly speaking, it didn't work out too well. CHOI isn't really suited for this run at all. Same with SOOHYUN, although her damage is good, she's just not good enough. You can, if you want to, substitute her for ESIL. It does work out, but honestly, the result isn't as good as the one you see here, where we are using GINA, and ESIL for a very good composition with our shadows. We are using Iron because they give us a 12% HP increase, which is phenomenal for Emma. She does scale off HP, so that's why we use him. We use Beer as well to get the bonus applied right over here. The 5% damage taken on the target, very useful, including Serbi, same thing, 5% damage taken. So this is the ideal shadow loadout. If you're missing a few shadows, or let's say Iron isn't your best shadow, you can use Big Rock. Big Rock works just fine for the Shadow's Authority. You can use Igarasu to get more crit coming in. Because our base crit is so low, he will come in clutch for this run. Up to you. You can use Kaisel too for lots of shadow damage, so you do have some options, but for the best combination, it's this right here. We have Biru, Serbi, and Iron to get the most damage possible. And when it comes to your weapons, you do want to use the weapon for GINA. It does help out, giving us a fire damage increase, but when it comes to Emma, you do have an option. Honestly, I ran this team lineup with her weapon and also using this weapon right here, if I can find it really quick. The Elemental Weakness Damage SR weapon. If you have a 2A10, it is a perfect choice because you're getting this bonus here, 10% HP, very nice, but also you're getting an Elemental Weakness Damage, increasing overall damage, but also increasing your break damage too, meaning if you're having troubles breaking the target, no need to get Emma's weapon. Although you get a bit more damage out of it, it is just fine using SR weapon. You'll break faster, you'll deal lots of damage too, so you're good to go, don't stress. You do not need Emma's weapon. I'll prove that later on with our guide. I'll show both fronts, but this is what we're running here. And for artifacts, very standard, we have the Blessing Set on GINA. So when we start with GINA, we swap into Emma right away, getting the Blessing Set effect applied. Very, very good. We have Curse and Obsidian on Emma, giving us tons of damage. And when it comes to ESIL, you do have two options. I recommend running this set here. So analysis with the Sylph's Blessing Set to ensure we get at least a 10% Elemental Weakness Damage bonus from using your QT once, but also using your ultimate skill. And I'll show you, very important, you understand when to use your ultimate to get the 5% bonus applied. If you want, if you're having troubles using this effect here, up to you. You can run as well 2 pieces of the Outstanding Ability, aka the Obsidian Set, to get a bit more damage in from ESIL, but I don't recommend it. I recommend that you just run 450 Sylph's Blessing, but also 4 of the Solid Analysis as well. Almost forgot the name. This is the best set for her, worked out phenomenally. And when it comes to cores, honestly speaking, I mean, this one's pretty good because we get a crit damage increase of 20%. Honestly, not too bad at all. For a core attack, it does help out, especially for the second phase, allowing us to beat them up essentially in one combo, which does work out fine. And honestly speaking, there's not really much else you can use. You can use this one though, giving us a crit damage increase when we use our ultimate skill actually works out just fine. So either this one or this one for Emma works out great. For GINA, not so important. I picked this one because it gives us a 5% attack bonus, so not too bad. You want to run this one as well, just to give us a mana consumption reduction, or this one here, giving us a guaranteed mana amount. Both are good. For us, it doesn't matter too much. So this is what we ran. You can just copy it pretty easy. And when it comes to our skill levels for Emma, you want her ultimate skill level up. You want her 2 basic skills level up, and her core attack, very important. For GINA and ESIL, not too important. Just get all their skills level 7 when it comes to their basic skills, but also their QT skills. For ESIL, not so much GINA here, just for ESIL. It helps off the second phase, but that should be everything. Let me show you the runs we have first in regular speed and then in 0.5% speed, where I do go over the run step by step. That way, you know exactly what to do. So in this run here, technically speaking, we actually didn't really use GINA too much. As you can see here, we ignored using our Q, and you'll see why in a moment. This run is pretty standard, so we use our Q in phase 1, our Q again in phase 2, and then we dash forward, use our core attack, and then our QT into E with Emma. As you can see there, they both combo the damage together. Then when it comes to SL, we use SL. I know, kind of funny. When we use SL here, we dash in, use our Q, use our basic attacks, which is our core attack. When we use our Q, it activates our core attack, as you can see here. And then we swap into GINA, but we only use her for the halt. I actually only use her for anything else. No other skills being applied. If you want the ideal run, you want to use her E to ensure she gets her passive off, but as you can see here, that wasn't really needed. With Emma to a 10, we basically pulled it off, but let me show you the ideal run now. This one was just an example showing you that you do not necessarily need to have GINA. Anything past like the A1 mark, for example, it is just fine. Her passive did not apply, but let me just jump in and show you our actual real run so you can see exactly what we did. Alright, so as you jump in here, you want to use GINA's Q right away, her first basic skill, and then dash short Emma after swapping into her without using your QT, manual swap, use your Q, and then dash forward, and you want to go all the way up here, and then dash 2 more times or walk, whatever you prefer. So dash, and then watch this very carefully. You want to position yourself for the next Q. As it comes up, use it. Then all the mobs will be cleared. Then you want to dash forward, and then use your core attack. That way, as you can see here, SL does come up, then you can use your E, and then use your QT that way. When you use your E, SL's attack spawns in, but also Emma's animation still kicks in, dealing damage. Watch very carefully. Your E is in play right here, dealing damage, and then your QT comes in, getting the elemental weakness damage bonus. Watch very carefully, all the damage coming in, and this mob is cleared now. What you want to do next is not wait. Use your ultimate, very important. When the screen starts turning black, you want to use it here and boom. That way, we get the bonus effect of the Sylph's Blessing from our effect set. Watch very carefully as you jump in here. Oh my gosh, it looks good. But as we jump into here, you'll see in a moment that we do have one more stack of the Sylph's Blessing bonus. Watch right over here, down here, you'll see, boom. We have 2 stacks, one from the QT, but also one from the ultimate. As you can see, the cooldown is in effect because we use it during the cutscene animation. It is something we do with our QTs, but also with our ultimates. Very important. So as you jump in here, you can dash, you can wait to use your Q, but use your Q, then use your core attack. Very important. So boom, core attack, use your Q again, then core attack, and then like I mentioned before, when you use your E, very important, the animation is super long, so watch very carefully. Watch this, we use it. The animation is long, and as you can see, the second I pressed it, I swapped into GINA. We have GINA skills here. You want to use your Q to halt SL, and you want to use your shadows to get their passive applied. So boom, we use Q, then the shadows should come out, boom, and now we swap into Emma only after using our E. Because when it comes to GINA's E, it does activate and remain activated when you swap into Hunter. Watch very carefully. We use it here, then we swap into Emma, use Emma's E as well. Watch this very carefully. You can see GINA's E is activated. It'll keep activating all the way to the full extent of the skill, giving us the passive effects. Very important. These are GINA's passives, giving us a lot of bonus damage. So watch very carefully. We have Emma's E, then we use her Q. That should break the target, and done. There we go, finally. Then what you want to do is use Emma's Q again because it does have an AoE damage ability, which is very important. So use her Q, use her E. So watch this skill here, we use it. Then we use her E, very important. And now it's up to you. As you can see, the HP is under 50% for me. That's enough to use my ultimate. If it isn't enough for you, use your core attack as well to get some more damage in. But for me, as you can see here, we're under 40%, so the ultimate will be enough. With crits or without crits, it should be good to go. And watch very carefully here. We melt the boss's remaining HP, and done. Beautiful. We go at 46 seconds again. You can do it faster. 45 seconds isn't too hard if you run it very efficiently, but that's basically it for the run. Hopefully that helped. Let me do it on regular speed. That way you can see exactly what's going on. So here we go, regular speed again, what I mentioned earlier. Use GINA to get the passive off. Use Q for Emma, clearing all the mobs. Dash. Go all the way up top. Then wait for your Q to come up after dashing to ensure the mobs come to you, use your Q all wipe dash, use your core attack, use your E, QT, then use the ultimate here. Very simple again, very fast, that's why I do this on 0.5% speed. Then you dash, use your Q, auto attack, aka your core attack, use your Q again, core attack, then E, into the animation of GINA, use the halt, use your shadows, use her E, activate it into the manual Emma swap, use your E again, use your Q, use your Q, use your E, then you core attack if you want, or just go ultimate and done. I can't believe I said it all without pausing, but that's the run itself. Very quick. Again, Battlefield Time is a very pay-to-win mode, or it is a very veteran game mode. You do need advancements to have a very good run. You need skill levels, and also you need, of course, not so much, but they do help out. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. That way I do know you want more guides like this. On that note, this is your Code King Zaf, signing out.